It was BMW which started the whole large SUV coupe shenanigans with the X6, and now Mercedes has finally jumped on the bandwagon with this, the GLE Coupe. This car is based on the GLE, and that's essentially the same as the old M-Class but with a different body, and that's a very practical car. And despite this swooping roofline, this is still a very practical car. So in the back seats, it's absolutely fine for adults. If I just shuffle across, I can show you that, well, knee room's good, headroom is good as well. The middle seat, if you want to carry 3 abreast, it is narrower and you do sit higher, but this car's wide enough to cope with 3 adults in the back. And if you look down here, you will see there is a bit of a hump in the floor there, but it's not too bad because you've got big footwells, so there's enough room for everyone's feet. This GLE Coupe is also good for carrying stuff as well as people. To fold down the seats, you do have to go through a bit of a palaver, so you fold this base out, and then you have to flip this down, and then you can fold the seat, and it does lie completely flat. Now I'll just put this back, there we go, and show you in the boot. Obviously you get an automatic tailgate as standard, and as with the rest of the car, despite that sloping roofline, the swooshy back, you've still got a very big boot. The only problem really is this, you've got quite a large load lip to lift things over, but that's fine. And if you look under here, you'll notice there's absolutely loads of underfloor storage. I mean, look at that. Yeah, this isn't mine. Can whoever owns this get it, please? In-car storage is good too. There's big door bins, a reasonable glove box, a large central cubby, and some big cup holders. Up front, the GLE Coupe is a smart thing to sit in. It feels solidly built and hewn from high quality materials. You get the usual Mercedes tablet style screen, and it's reasonably clear. You can control everything using this swivel wheel and touchpad, and overall it's very easy to use. You can also connect to the internet. If you look here, you can see on the Carbuyer website, and there's my latest videos. Good job I'm wearing a different shirt today, otherwise that would be a bit embarrassing. Obviously, being a Mercedes, we've got lots of luxury items in here, so yes, leather's standard, and so too are electrically controlled seats, and you don't even have to use the steering column manually. Look at that, it's all done electrically as well. See, the Mercedes customers, they expect that kind of thing, don't they? In fact, there's so much kit in here, I can't actually mention it all. So instead I'll point out a couple of options, because there's only a few really. That panoramic sunroof, that's extra, while in the back, the rear entertainment system, that's a further £2,500. Do you know what, I'll just have a couple of iPads. In the UK, you can get the GLE with just 3 engines. There's a brilliant 3-litre petrol, which is, well, it's really good and fast. Then there's the bonkers 5.5-litre twin-turbo V8 in the AMG version, which is just obscenely fast. Then there's this one that everyone will buy. It's the 3-litre diesel, and you know, it's quick enough. 0 to 60 takes just 7 seconds, and it's got plenty of in-gear shove when you put your foot down. Also, that gearbox, it responds pretty quickly. And yeah, you've got 9 speeds, and it shifts between them very, very seamlessly. I also like the way that you actually engage it here, so the controller's up here on the steering column rather than down here. You also get some steering wheel mounted sporty paddles, though, yeah, no one's going to bother using those. On the motorway, the GLE is a relaxing cruiser, which is very quiet to travel in. However, it's also been specifically set up to be fun should the opportunity arise. Now, if your idea of fun is going off-road, then at a press of a button down here, you can raise the height of the air suspension. You've also got stuff like hill descent control. But let's be honest, for most UK buyers, yeah, they're never going to take this car off-road. And so fun's more likely to be booting it down a twisty back road. And so you can actually twist this dial to put the kind of sports mode. And what that does is front the suspension, it adds weight to the steering, and it also increases the throttle response, and if you want, you can actually mix and match those settings to your preference. And with everything in maximum attack mode, you're kidded into thinking you're in a sports car on stilts. Well, until you start to push it and realise that you're driving a 2-ton-plus behemoth that doesn't hide its bulk in the corners, as well as the more agile BMW X6. So you accept this and just put the car into comfort mode to take the edge off that annoying bouncy ride, but it never quite goes away. And this car does this weird thing when you go over bigger bumps that you kind of rock from side to side, almost like you're sat on a ship in a stormy sea. In terms of ride comfort, a Range Rover Sport is better. Economy isn't exactly a strong point either. Mercedes only claims 39 miles per gallon, but the reality will be even worse, as we averaged under 25 miles per gallon. Then there's the visibility, which I'll demonstrate now with a Carbuyer head cam test. Even though you sit up high, the view out the front isn't quite as good as you think because of that sloped windscreen. Also, this console area gets in the way. Can you see that? You can probably see my cameraman James there. And another thing is when you look out over your shoulder, there's quite a blind spot out the back. And if I just slide down in my seat a bit, you should be able to see the rear view mirror. Well, the view out the back, that is awful. Yes, you do get a reversing camera as standard, but come on, that's no good to you while you're driving. The final issue is the looks. From some angles, the GLE looks mean and aggressive. From others though, it just looks wrong. Finally, there's the price, because the GLE Coupe is more expensive than the GLE on which it's based, which actually is a better all-rounder, but then people might be willing to make a few compromises for the Coupe's more unusual looks. However, if you're interested in this kind of car, you should check out our reviews of the BMW X6 by clicking down here, and the Range Rover Sport by clicking down here. If you click up there, you can watch our very latest video review, and please click on our logo to subscribe to our channel. And if you're watching on mobile, click the links below the video, as they do exactly the same thing. How have you cut? So where's my bag? Can I have my bag back? Just need to get something out of it, thank you very much. Just need a bit more fake tan, I think, so where to put that?